Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, this is the part 1 of my quarantine sketchbook tour, and this is basically what I drew in 100 days. This is an acrylic painting, and this challenge is about drawing for 100 days straight and maybe more than 6 minutes or under, like just draw for 6 minutes every single day. And it turned out pretty good. This was, I kind of did a lot more challenges along with 100 days challenge. So this was the haunted garden art challenge. So it kind of looks really good. And since it was haunted garden art challenge, I made a demon, I think, and I drew flowers like roses and it looks serene. So this is a female Aussie. Just some random doodle. This is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, also known as Missile Man of India. So that was watercolor, I think. This is blue ball pen that I used, and that's Phineas and Ferb characters and some random doodles of floral doodles, flowers and Doraemon, just some random stuff. So this is a rat with wings, and it is that this page is like covered with flowers, and basically the character that I drew is very kind of doesn't exist, I think, but it's kind of a doodle. And I put in a lot of efforts in this one. It took me like 3 hours to draw this, and it turned out pretty good. I used black gel pen and filled in with all kinds of details. There's flowers, this huge, he has a tail and bat wings and skull and claws, everything. Like, it turned out pretty good. This one reminds me of Daenerys. So, and this is watercolor roses. This was for a prompt called Pen King. So I kind of drew a crown on the pen, which looks like a pencil basically. So this is a watercolor field or a farm, I guess. Yeah, it looks pretty good. There's a tutorial there's a tutorial of this on YouTube somewhere. So you might want to check that out. I'll link all the art references, the videos that I took, that I drew in these sketchbooks from various videos on YouTube, links of channels that I do challenges of, everything in the description box. This is a demon, and I kind of went in with white toothbrush to kind of give it a flowery look. So, and this is a wolf, a watercolor and acrylic painting that I made. It was supposed to be gray, but I think I might have dropped black paint on my paper by mistake, so I kind of came up with this, and it looks pretty good. This was for a prompt called Fish King. And damn. So this is some architecture doodle randomly. These are some cats and a girl and an eye and a cat and a desk. So I'm obsessed with cats and dogs, basically animals. So, and this is a watercolor cake that I tried to draw. And this is a fairy with rainbow. It's actually watercolor and acrylic, so the light is just bouncing off. And this is rainbow colored wings or feathers. Now this is definitely a tutorial. There's a tutorial of this on YouTube somewhere. This is a garden of acrylic painting. So it turned out pretty good. I like the flowers, I like the details. I put in a lot of efforts in this one. Kind of took me 3 to 4 hours to make it. And now this is a French cafe, and it was just a reference photo that I tried to recreate and turned out pretty good. This is a watercolor painting of a wolf. That's some random flowers and some flowers down. So it kind of shows a lot of color combination, as there's red, and there's green, and there's black, and there's yellow, and there's orange. And I just tried to, it looks really pretty. Just try to make it as pretty as possible. And look, it does look pretty good. So this is a sketch of the Joker. That's a black gel pen and a ball pen, a blue ball pen. Now that's a dog, really cool dog. That's Robert Downey Jr. That's Cillian Murphy. That's a random sketch that I tried to draw. Now this is what I drew from my imagination, and kind of looks really amazing because I put in a lot of efforts in this one, because there's a lot of details like flower doodles. I filled in with a black gel pen. So this was basically black acrylic paint that I took on my paintbrush and I just drew random lines and came up with this. So this took me like 2 to 3 hours to fill in the entire doodles, the entire floral doodles. I think there's a rose over here, and yeah, pretty much looks really cool. This is a stadium. There's a tutorial, a drawing tutorial of this on YouTube under the channel called Circle Line Art School or something like that. And I kind of, he used like Copic markers to make it, and I used black gel pen and some watercolor. So it looks really pretty amazing because I added in a lot of details in this one. So that's just some random dots and looks pretty cool. Up next, there's this Monkey King that I drew. Then there's Spider-Man. There's some random man. And this was draw this in your style, I think. There's this church in Paris called Église de Madeleine, and I tried to draw that. Now this is a gray watercolor, and on top of that I've tried to draw with black gel pen. It looks pretty good. So this was a cafe that I tried to draw. This is a watercolor again. I tend to save a lot of paper, so it looks disastrous. Now this is a street. Draw this in your style. There was a photo of the street and I just drew that. And it looks pretty cool. Again, this is a dockyard. There's a tutorial of this. If you search in acrylic paint tutorial, you'll get this. And it was a 2 hour long tutorial which took me 4 hours to complete, and I kind of overexhausted after doing it, so maybe it's not that good, but I put in the efforts and it looks pretty cool. Up next, there's this fictional creature that I drew with acrylic, with like ball pen, or gel pen, a black gel pen. Then there's a art channel called Lovell Art, and he kind of drew this. I just had to scroll a lot down his Instagram to get a pencil sketch of this so that I could make this and like fill it in with gel pen. It looks pretty cool. It looks really pretty because I put in like so much of doodle artwork in it. It looks kind of cool. There's a skeleton over here, there's keys, there's butterflies, there's 2 hands over here and here. So she kind of looks pretty. And this is an acrylic willow tree. There's a YouTube tutorial for this one too. And it looks pretty cool. There's this cat. There's a watercolor art channel called Shibasaki Art. Watercolor by Shibasaki, I think. Yeah, I'll mention him down below. And there was this tutorial on YouTube to draw a cat under 5 minutes. And I was just feeling like drawing something that day, so I painted this on with watercolor and it looks pretty cool. Now this is a random drawing of watercolor. This is pencil sketch of a girl. A random sketch of another girl with color pencils and paint, I think. Yeah. And then I put in black black gel pen over it to like make the eyes, nose and mouth. It looks pretty nice. So this one is a scenery color pencil. And this is a watercolor. This is my last watercolor drawing in this sketchbook. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and tell me how you feel about this. Also follow me on Instagram. I'll mention all the links of all the drawings that I made from references, all their channel names and everything. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.